Do you dare to believe that in the world of venomous snakes, a hunt sometimes does not end with taking down prey, but with the death of their own kind? When two venom-bearing predators face each other, instinct no longer distinguishes between hunting and self-defense. And even the strongest can fall because of a single moment of misjudgment. Right after this are 20 shocking moments when venomous snakes both hunt and kill each other, where there are no rules, only survivors. Step inside right now. Rat snake versus bird. King cobra versus mangrove snake. As the mangrove snake slowly slithers through the leaf litter searching for prey, it has no idea that a master snake hunter has begun tracking it from behind. Superior in both size and strength, the king cobra does not hesitate. The attack is delivered decisively, focusing on controlling the prey's head. With a venom yield that can reach up to 7 milliliters when injected into the victim's body, it is enough to leave the opponent with no chance to resist almost instantly. Before swallowing, the king cobra carefully adjusts its position. It rotates the mangrove snake so the prey's head aligns with its own body axis. As a seasoned hunter, the king cobra patiently waits until the prey is completely immobilized, avoiding any risk during the swallowing process. With a lower jaw structure that splits and operates independently, each side of the jaw alternately pulls the prey inward, completing the hunt efficiently and safely. These swift, clean strikes clearly reveal the difference in hunting class of a true snake predator. King cobra versus reticulated python. Amid the reign of a tropical forest, an unprecedented confrontation unfolds. The king cobra, a professional snake hunter, faces the reticulated python, the longest snake in the world. From the outset, the cobra delivers a lethal strike, driving its venomous fangs deep into the opponent's mouth. At this location, neurotoxic venom penetrates the central nervous system most rapidly, rendering the python's struggle completely futile. As the constricting coils gradually loosen, we witness the cold precision of evolution. With a flexible jaw structure capable of disarticulation, the king cobra begins swallowing the defeated rival. Its two lower jaw halves are connected by elastic ligaments, allowing them to function independently. It walks its jaws forward, moving each side alternately to draw the python deeper into the esophagus. Its heart and stomach will expand to nearly double in size to focus energy on digesting this massive protein load. After such a feast, it can go months without hunting again. In this moment of survival, patience and ruthless strategy allow the king cobra to reaffirm its absolute dominance. Banded krait versus bird. An unlucky bird perches happily on a young branch, unaware of just how dangerous the predator it is about to encounter truly is. The banded krait possesses a distinctive triangular body cross-section, allowing it to distribute weight perfectly and remain stable even on slender branches. Its presence at height is no coincidence, but the result of a carefully calculated ambush strategy. The venom of the banded krait is far more potent than that of many other snakes. Yet during the daytime, its cautious nature causes birds to underestimate the looming danger. The bird remains unaware of the threat behind it, staying complacent, confident that its superior reflexes give it control of the situation. The tension stretches until the distance shrinks to just a few centimeters. Silence ends in an instant. The snake launches a lightning-fast strike, its fangs locking into the prey's body. Immediately, the powerful venom spreads throughout the bird's system, causing complete paralysis within moments. Python versus python. You are witnessing a brutal confrontation between two ground pythons, where the boundary between predator and prey is completely erased. Instead of venom, pythons rely on extraordinary muscular strength to subdue their target. The restrained python begins to experience respiratory disruption as space around its neck and jaws is compressed. At this point, the python's power does not come from crushing the lungs, but from sustained pressure that restricts airflow and blood flow to the brain, rapidly pushing the body into hypoxia. However, this is not a true hunt. When instinct senses that the opponent is fully under control and no longer poses a threat, the coils gradually loosen. For young pythons, their bodies are sensitive enough to perceive the condition of the opponent through subtle vibrations. This encounter resembles a lesson rather than an execution, a moment of restraint that allows both to continue maturing in the harsh wild. Mussurana versus snake. The hunt begins in the familiar manner of a specialist that preys on its own kind. There is no prolonged stalking, just a short, decisive lunge, fast enough to render the opponent's defensive reflexes meaningless. Daily life amid confrontations with other snakes has shaped the mussurana into a predator that rarely makes mistakes and is immune to venom. When it chooses a target, the prey is already standing at the end of its escape route. When all movement ceases, the snake begins rearranging its trophy. It adjusts body alignment, fine-tunes posture, and prepares for the risky swallowing phase. Because its fangs are located deep in the throat, each jaw movement appears as chewing. In reality, this motion both drives venom deeper and gradually pulls the prey into the esophagus. This is not merely a meal, but a brutal transfer of energy between cold-blooded species. In the rainforests of South America, there is a name that even the most venomous snakes fear: mussurana. And right now, that reputation is being reinforced once again, as it has just finished subduing another snake and shows no sign of stopping. Mussurana does not rush to constrict. It bites repeatedly along the opponent's body to disrupt reflexes while maintaining a safe distance from the dangerous head. What sets this species apart is its exceptionally powerful constriction ability, giving it a constant advantage in encounters with other snakes. As the opponent weakens, mussurana gradually advances its jaws toward the head, using strong jaw force to crush the skull, completely eliminating any chance of counterattack. Only when the threat is gone does it begin swallowing the prey, true to the instinct of a professional snake hunter. When swallowing, mussurana always starts from the head. A notable fact is that swallowing head first causes the prey's scales to fold smoothly along the body, reducing friction and preventing damage to the esophageal lining. Sea snake versus moray eel. Did you know that sea snakes are among the most venomous animals on the planet? Just a small amount of their neurotoxic venom can instantly paralyze an opponent's respiratory system. However, delivering venom into the body of a moray eel is an extremely difficult technical challenge. The truth is not venom resistance, but its extremely thick, scaleless skin and slippery mucus coating, which make it very difficult for the sea snake's fangs to penetrate and inject toxin. This battle is a contest between neurotoxic venom and extraordinary endurance. In the end, when the final point of leverage is torn away, the predator's strength prevails. The moray eel, though resilient, ultimately succumbs to the persistence of the black and white banded hunter. The hunting instinct of the king cobra. The king cobra is the longest and most dangerous venomous snake on Earth. They dominate the rainforest with a potent neurotoxin that paralyzes and kills prey within minutes. What makes this species different is that they specialize in hunting and eating other snakes, even their own kind. Silent, ruthless, and unstoppable, that is the true king of the reptile world. Two king cobras of similar size facing each other always creates a unique tension. Raising their bodies high and holding their heads steady is their way of assessing dominance. The fight begins instantly. A strike to the head is no coincidence. It's the weak point where venom works fastest. When one falls, the other swallows its opponent. In the snake world, victory is never loud. It's simply the right to keep living. In a dense forest corner, a young king cobra quietly follows the scent of prey. But a larger individual suddenly approaches. Without hesitation, the bigger cobra lunges forward and bites directly into the smaller one's head. The venom spreads quickly. The young snake convulses violently before going still. Just minutes later, it lies completely motionless. The larger snake slowly opens its jaws and swallows its own kind whole. Even a ruler can become a meal at any moment. That is the brutal nature of the wild. Two massive king cobras clash deep in the forest. Both rear up tall hoods flared wide in intimidation. They coil, tightly wrestle, and try to force each other to the ground in a no-retreat battle. It is a contest of strength, will, and survival instinct. In such duels, only one is allowed to continue living. Deep in the forest, a small snake faces a massive king cobra. Knowing it cannot win, it still bravely raises its body, spreads its hood, and growls in warning. That brief defiance makes the predator pause for a second. Seizing the moment, the smaller snake darts into the bushes and disappears instantly. In the harsh wilderness, sometimes courage is the only way the weak survive. On the tree canopy, a rat snake quietly slithers along. Suddenly, a king cobra launches like a bolt of lightning, striking precisely at the head. Neurotoxic venom spreads fast. The rat snake writhes and coils in defense, but it's useless. Within seconds, its body softens and becomes completely still. The king cobra calmly opens its jaws and swallows its prey with cold precision. Deep in the forest, a king cobra returns to its den after feeding. Behind it, a larger predator silently follows, eyes gleaming. The moment the smaller one enters the den, the attacker strikes like lightning, biting straight into its head. Venom surges. The smaller snake's body trembles weakly before going limp. The victor drags the corpse out and slowly swallows the prey, reaffirming its ruthless throne. King cobra versus mongoose. The small mongoose is a terrifying nemesis of venomous snakes. It treats deadly snakes almost like toys. With extreme agility and lightning reflexes far surpassing a snake's, it is the true roadblock of the reptile world. Thanks to natural venom resistance, it is nearly immune to toxins. In many encounters, the mongoose is always the opponent snakes must fear. On cracked dry soil, the mongoose and the king cobra clash once more.
Come on, little mongoose.
The mongoose dances dodging strikes, counterbiting non-stop until the snake tires. Blood spills, both are torn, but the mongoose keeps attacking relentlessly. Finally, the king cobra gasps for breath, abandons the fight, and retreats in defeat. The mongoose stands firm, fur-bristling victory, belonging to the small but unbreakable warrior. On the open ground, the mongoose and the king cobra confront each other. The snake rises high, hood flared wide in intimidation, but the mongoose stands confident against this deadly enemy. A breathless silence passes, then the king cobra lunges and lands a bite. Venom floods in, and the mongoose flees in, pain defeated. This time, the king keeps his throne. But the eternal rivalry between these sworn enemies will never end. In a new battle, the mongoose charges first, dodging like the wind. It circles, leaps, and repeatedly bites straight at the king cobra's head. The massive snake thrashes its hood, collapsing as strength fades. Eventually, the snake's body crashes to the ground, motionless. The small mongoose stands proudly over its fallen enemy, proving that even the small can dethrone the Snake King. Another fateful duel. From the very beginning, the mongoose attacks without a hint of fear. It dodges the strikes of the white king cobra with lightning speed and continuously targets the most critical weak point, its head. Within minutes, the deadliest predator collapses. A small but merciless victory. This battle belongs to the tiny creature. It is proof of their astonishing survival instinct. In the middle of a barren land, two eternal rivals, the mongoose and the king cobra, face each other. The mongoose attacks with relentless aggression. The king cobra suddenly strikes with a swift movement, unleashing a series of venomous attacks. However, the mongoose's resilience and unwavering determination gradually force even the king of snakes to give in a decisive victory when the stronger one has no choice but to concede everything. In the middle of a dry, barren land, the king cobra is surrounded by a troop of small but fearless mongooses. They form a curved formation, never taking their eyes off the venomous predator. The king cobra lunges forward, striking as fast as lightning, but the mongooses slip aside, dodging every attack in a split second. Every strike lands on empty air. Mongooses possess a special immune system and incredibly fast reflexes. Their small, flexible bodies allow them to move in an unpredictable, circular pattern. After a few tense minutes, the king cobra slithers away in fear an overwhelming victory for the mongooses. What you have just seen shows that the world of venomous snakes is harsher than anything we imagine. There, hunting and killing one another are separated by a single reflex. Venom does not distinguish between prey and kin, and strength only matters when used at the right moment. In nature, there are no invincible beings, only those that survive longer. If you found this video disturbing and compelling, please like, leave a comment about the moment that shocked you most, and subscribe to continue exploring the most brutal survival confrontations of the wild. Thank you for watching until the end. See you again on the next journey, where even the strongest can become victims.